Hi loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, it is going to be a review slash wear test of the new OneSize Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. I'm really excited to be reviewing this product, you guys, because I love OneSize products, you guys. I literally love them so much. I honestly feel like OneSize definitely represents full beat, full coverage, super matte. So I was definitely excited to see that they came out with another hydrating product. It's not the only hydrating product that I will be trying out in today's video. I'm also going to be trying out the OneSize Secure the Glow primer. I did not try this primer when it first came out, so it's not new. But you guys, I definitely have been getting into more hydrating primers lately. Ever since I tried the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, that is my all-time favorite primer because I love matte foundations, you guys. I just love the coverage and I love the longevity of it. So I always like to go in with a hydrating primer to kind of balance it out. I do naturally have dry skin, so yes, balancing it out by using a hydrating primer is what's best for me. So we're also going to be putting that to the test today as well. I figured this will be perfect to use the OneSize Turn Up the Base foundation because this is matte and it fully dries down on its own as well. So you guys, if you would like to see how this product works and how it wears throughout the day, then just continue to watch. Hey guys, so like I said, I'm going to be going in with the Secure the Glow primer. I love the packaging so much and I love the little pink balls that's in it. It's definitely giving boba. I'm not a boba fan whatsoever. I don't even know what those little balls are in the drink, so it's just like I'm not gonna drink that. I just don't feel like I would like it. So yeah, never tried it, but this feels really good. If you see it kind of like getting white on my skin, it's because I have on my cream, my eczema cream, so it's probably just mixing in with that, which is totally fine. I don't really care, because I'm definitely going to wear my eczema cream. I need it. So it's definitely not as tacky as I was expecting it to be. e.l.f. Power Grip, the pink and the blue one, is definitely more tacky than this. But it still feels really nice on the skin. I do feel hydrated. I don't feel super matte or anything like that. And it definitely doesn't blur like any pores or anything like that, which it doesn't claim to do, I don't think. So yeah, I'm just going to apply just a little bit more because we are definitely going to be like full beat today. I feel like Patrick Starr's products are just very full beat and matte. So I am super excited that they came out with a hydrating setting spray. Super, super excited. So now we're going to go into foundation. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be using the OneSize Turn Up the Base foundation. I am in the shade Dark Deep 25 Neutral. So I'm just going to apply that. You guys, I'm literally only putting like one pump on my palette because this foundation goes a long way. I might need 1.5, but we'll see. But yes, you guys, this foundation is so full coverage and matte. This is literally the perfect foundation to use for today. So I'm just applying that on one side of my face. And I don't know if I mentioned, but all of OneSize products that I have will be used in today's video, of course. That's typically what I like to do. If I'm reviewing a product from a brand and I already have a bunch of their other products, then I'm just going to use all of their products in the video. Oh, and I'm using my Huda Beauty Face Base brush. This brush has replaced all of my other foundation brushes in my collection. I've heard really good things about the OneSize sponge that I want to say came out with this foundation, but I'm just not a sponge kind of girl when it comes to blending out my foundation. I'm just not. So I'm pretty sure it's good. I've heard nothing but great things about it, but it's just not really me. It's not really my preference on how I like to blend out my foundation. And don't mind my little scarf, you guys. My hair is curly right now, and this is how I sleep when my hair is curly. It's just all up. So I apologize if I'm looking a little ghetto. Look at that, y'all. So full coverage. Oh my goodness. This is just slightly deeper than my skin tone. As you can see, it's not really matching my chest. I haven't gotten darker just yet. I haven't been outside too much since it has gotten warmer outside. But yeah, I honestly like to go with foundations that's slightly darker because I love such a super bright under eye, so it kind of balances it out. But yeah, you guys, that one pump that I applied on my palette, half of that went on the whole half of my face, and I have a pretty big face. That's how you know, like, this foundation really does go a long way. So now we're going to be moving on to concealer. I'm going to be using the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not the biggest fan of these concealers, you guys, because they are super matte. That's literally my only complaint. The coverage is nice and everything, but for the sake of the video, I will be using these concealers. They're not horrible, it's just you do have to work with it a certain way. I like to apply my concealer in all of my highlighted areas, let it sit for a little bit to add more coverage, and then I blend it out. But you can really only do that with products that take a long time to dry down. These do not take a long time to dry down at all. So yes, I have to work with one eye at a time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do in today's video. And I also don't use this concealer as much because I just don't like the shade that I chose. This one is medium dark 3G. I need something a little bit more neutral because I do feel like I naturally have a warm undertone. Like, look at the foundation that I have on my face. It's kind of orangey, and I don't like orange and yellow. I need something to like neutralize me out. So I do mix the highlighting shade with the brightness shade, and my brightness shade that I'm going to use is light 1R. Super light, but like I said, I like a bright under eye. So I'm gonna just apply this. So as you can see, coverage is really nice. It looks really good. And now I'm going to go into that brightness shade and just apply that in the inner corners of my eye. So I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to blend out the edges, but I'm just making sure that I mainly keep this tight in the inner corner area. That's where I want the most brightness. Okay, so OneSize doesn't have any cream bronzing products yet, so I'm gonna go into the Curve Case by Made by Mitchell, and I'm going to take this shade right here. So before we move on to blush, I'm going to set my under eye. I did apply a lot of concealer, you guys, like the highlighting shade and then my brightness shade. So when my concealer's crease, it doesn't really like surprise me or anything like that because I am using a couple of layers of concealer. But this one is creasing like really bad. So some concealers crease more than others. So I just want to go ahead and set the under eye area. And of course, what I'm going to be using to set my under eye area is the OneSize Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder. And I'm going to be using the shade Ultra Pink. It's another product that I feel like you do get your money's worth because not only is it a good powder, you guys, it does contain 34.5 grams of product, you guys. Like, I don't think any other powder on the market gives you that much. If they do, just let me know. But yeah, you guys, I just feel like that is so considerate considering the fact that this is a $40 product. So yeah, all my other powders in my collection literally only consist of like 20 grams of product. So I'm really grateful that he was generous in that department. And with just really thin layers with my brush and look up and just set. Making sure I'm really getting that lash line. Making sure everything is nice and set. If you love like a real seamless kind of look when it comes to your setting powders, not really too much of like a brightening kind of look, the OneSize powders are perfect. I actually have a comparison of the two pink powders, one from OneSize and one from Huda Beauty, on my TikTok if you guys would like to check that out. And I think I have it on my short as well. Well, follow me on TikTok if you don't already. because you can definitely tell a difference between the two powders. Both of them are amazing. The hooded one is my absolute favorite of all time. The hooded one definitely has more of a brightening effect on its own. That's why I like that powder more. But the OneSize one is really great too. So as you can see, very smooth. It definitely does blur. Now I'm about to just take some more powder and just set the lid area and the brow bone area as well. Now I'm just going to set all of the highlighted points. Around my mouth. I don't know if y'all can tell on camera, but in person, I am looking like super beat. This is what you get when you use OneSize products, and I am not mad at it at all. I love it. I would love for them to come out with a more hydrating concealer though. Oh gosh. That just has medium to buildable coverage. It's hydrating. Like, I would literally love that. But guys, along with me looking real beat, I feel very dry. Like, I'm not joking. I feel so dry. Like, with the mattness of the foundation, the powders, the mattness of the concealer, and just everything all together, I feel super matte. And I haven't even set the rest of my face. Like, I just set around my mouth in the highlighted areas. I haven't set like anywhere around here. So yeah, that's why I'm also super excited to try out this product. Hopefully this spray does live up to the name and it melts the powders into the skin, because that's usually what I go for. So yeah, we're just gonna move on. So I do have two of the bronzer trios. I'm going to use dark instead of deep. And I'm going to use the top shade right here, which is called Legendary. And then I love to contour my nose with this shade right here, which is called Back Row. This is my favorite contour shade ever. So I do have 5 different blushes that I can choose from OneSize. I love their blushes so much. So I am going to take Attention Seeker because I'm just feeling real pinky. You guys, I would go in with the cream, but I'm just really not feeling like the cream on top of the powder type of blush look today. I just want to go into the powder. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, even though I love the cream and I definitely feel like it sits well on top of powder as well. So say for instance, if you forgot to apply cream blush, you can literally do it even after the powder. Ooh, you guys, I feel so dry. Oh my gosh, and I look so dry. Like, it looks good, it looks beat and nice, but I feel really, really dry as well. So I'm gonna get kind of close up. Hopefully you guys can tell how like dry my face looks. And this is like no shade or like bashing OneSize, but like I said, they're very matte. Like, they have very matte products. So yeah, this is just how everything is looking. You guys, what I'm gonna do is just let all of this sit on my skin while I charge my camera, because I don't really want to rush through this process. I really want to just sit and talk about how I feel about it, my first impressions and everything like that. So I'm just going to charge my camera and then I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so I applied my lip off of camera. So I am gonna add gloss a little bit later after I set the skin, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of highlight as well. So before we get into the spray, you guys, I know I have just been teasing this entire video, but timestamps are below just in case you wanted to be here for just the setting spray. So this setting spray is a skincare infused hydrating setting spray that seamlessly melts powder layers for a radiant glass-like finish that lasts all day. So they say that it is good for dry, combo, and normal skin. That's what it's best for. It's good for dryness, uneven texture, gives a radiant finish, and it's long wearing. You can find this product in Sephora stores or Sephora and Kohl's, and you can also find it on the app as well and onesizebeauty.com. This powder, I did watch Patrick Starr's little launch video on this product, and he does say that he uses this with the Until Dawn setting spray as well, which is funny because I actually like to set my face with 2 different setting sprays. I always go in with the Until Dawn just to set it a little bit more, make sure that it lasts. I can get more longevity out of my makeup look. And then I like to go in with a hydrating setting spray, whether that's the Milk Makeup one or Charlotte Tilbury or something like that. I just get the best use, and I pretty much get the best of both worlds as well, because I'm getting the longevity from the mattifying spray, and then I'm also getting the finish that I want from the hydrating spray. So that's what we're going to be doing today, you guys. I hope you don't mind. I definitely wanted to see how this worked together, and being that Patrick Star says that he does it this way too, it made me more comfortable to use these 2 products together. So I can't remember if I told you guys how much this retails for, but it retails for $46, which is a little bit more expensive than the Until Dawn setting spray, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe it's the ingredients that cost a little bit more, or maybe the packaging, who knows. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. It's not the same price point. But okay, I'm going to go into the Until Dawn. I like to go in with the mattifying one first and then layer on top of it with the hydrating spray. I've seen people do it the other way around, and I'm just like, not really my thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And this is the exact way that Patrick Star does his. All right, definitely looking a little bit more blurred and more matte. Like, I'm extremely matte. Whew. Now we're going in with the spray. It is literally so cute. I love the pink and the red, of course. I love how it's more pink than it is red. And I love the clear top as well. It's definitely different, extremely different from the first packaging. I'm just going to test out the nozzle. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so misty. Wow. Y'all, when I tell you I can appreciate a setting spray that just mist on your face instead of just spitting out, I really feel like this product is not going to spit out on my face. I cannot stand getting the wet spots, and they always say to hold it so far, but I'm just like, I need the product to be on my face. I really do appreciate this a lot. It's probably going to be my favorite thing about this setting spray, but let's just go in, you guys. Okay, so I definitely went crazy with it, but you guys, I needed to because my face was so powdery. Okay, so far I do have a slight glow. I feel like you can tell on camera. It's not anything too crazy. I honestly feel like I still look kind of matte, but the powder is definitely sinking more into the skin. I can tell that right off the bat. Like, I'm looking just a little bit softer and not like so matte. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't see like a huge difference right away. So I do want to let this just sink into the skin. It's still kind of like on top of it just a little bit. So I do kind of just want to have that sunken into the skin a little bit more before I just make my first impression on the product. But so far, my face is not feeling sticky or greasy or anything like that, which I do appreciate a lot, you guys. So yeah, I'm just going to apply my lip gloss and my highlight off of camera, and then we will be right back so I can show you guys the final look. Okay, you guys, so this is what the skin is giving right now. I am honestly so impressed with how everything has turned out so far. I really love how this setting spray, you guys, gives me just a subtle from within type of glow, and it doesn't make my face look too greasy or oily or anything like that, and it doesn't feel tacky on my skin as well. I will say the Until Dawn is probably helping with that glow just a little bit, and it's not too overpowering because I did apply a lot, you guys. I was expecting my face to be way more glowy than this, but I love this a lot, you guys. The main thing that I really wanted to put to the test when it came to this setting spray was pretty much it melting my powders into my skin. I love that kind of look. I love when you can tell I have on like a full beat, but it does not look like it's sitting on top of my skin. I do not like that look at all. I feel like everything is really nice and seamless, and like I said, it looks like I have a natural glow more than an added glow. But you guys, so far as my first impressions, I am loving this product so much. Like I said, I do feel like the Until Dawn setting spray is going to help with the glow as far as not making it too glowy, and I also feel like it's going to help with longevity as well. But if you guys would like to see how the setting spray works by itself, then just let me know. But I definitely wanted to just use it how Patrick Star uses it, especially considering the fact that that's usually how I set my makeup anyway. But like I said, you guys, so far so good. I am literally in love with this product. And like I said before, I seriously love so much how it is so misty. I love how it applies on the skin, you guys. I have so many different setting sprays that just spit out, and it's so annoying. Some I don't even use because the nozzle is just so bad, and it just makes my skin look a little bit blotchy, or I have to wait so long for that patch to dry. So yeah, but yes, you guys, that's all I have to say about the spray so far. So now we can go ahead and get into the wear test. Okay, you guys, so I've had this setting spray on at this point for about 6 hours after getting out of church and then going out to eat, also editing and taking a nap as well. You guys, this is what my skin was looking like. I was extremely impressed. I love so much how I still have a glow, and you can definitely see some of my oils peeking through on my T-zone. I just love how everything was still intact with my makeup. Everything still looks so smooth, so blurring, and I just really love how everything had came out, you guys. This definitely held up a lot. Like I said, On Till Dawn definitely helped with this longevity of the makeup, but I definitely do feel like everything was still intact, and I still got that skin-like finish because of the glass setting spray as well, you guys. So I don't want to sound too repetitive. I love this so much, and I highly recommend it, and I hope you all enjoyed today's video.